It's time for Did You Watch It?
How does this show work? We watch what we like, we talk about what we watch, and maybe you'll like what you hear. I'm Liz.
And I'm Neil. Last night we watched episode 2 of I Want to Marry Harry. The show aired on Tuesday, May 27th, 2014. Here's what we thought about it. I listened this week.
Okay.
And I made sure that I got it right. The butler's name is Kingsley.
I was totally thinking about that too. I'm like writing it down in big letters.
Yeah, because I was calling the boy Hobson.
Alfred.
Hobson was Arthur's butler.
Oh, yeah?
Played by Sir John Gielgud back in 81. And Alfred, of course, is Bruce Wayne's butler. I guess the only one that I was missing was Mr. French. So the morning after, you definitely got a nod during the initial discussion there. Because there were some girls actually questioning whether the crown would allow someone in line for the throne to actively participate in a reality dating show with these colonists. Is this for real? Because I don't think that the queen would allow this.
I'm like, ding, 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 ding. You're right, girls. She wouldn't.
Okay, so it's the morning after.
Yes.
And Rose is in the crown suite, and the other girls are just in the dining room having breakfast.
Yes.
I got a question. Why was Rose surprised when Sir showed up in her room?
She shouldn't have been. I mean, the whole purpose of having the crown suite right there is so that they could spend more time together.
Yeah, so that he could pop in.
Yes, my thought was he was going to be popping any minute now. So yeah. I would have been prepared, Miss Rose.
Yeah, but the cameraman was right there.
Exactly. Oh, yeah, so true, my friend.
She's not bad without makeup.
No, she's not. She's beautiful.
Which is a good thing.
Yes.
That's a positive, because, it just means that she's not, trying to hide something.
Exactly.
So then the other ladies were in the dining room, just kind of sharing their wisdom about the male of the species.
Yes.
Annalisa was just, men are as simple as black and white. They either like it or they don't like it.
Yeah, pearls of wisdom from Annalisa.
So then the helicopter arrives, and then here comes the hate.
Yeah.
Yeah, Annalisa starts with the helicopter's coming to get my future husband.
Yes, already. It's been one night.
Kelly got bit by the envy fairy.
Yes.
I mean, really bad.
Yeah, she did.
And Megan just can't shut up about, people get airsick in helicopters.
Megan was just a Debbie Downer because it wasn't her, essentially.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It wasn't about her.
Yeah.
And she didn't like that.
Of course. Totally.
So Sir took Rose to the beach in the helicopter.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, the girls were lounging about by the pool, complimenting each other's bodily parts.
Yeah, right. Oh, your butt is nice and high. And
is this something that typically goes on when you have a group of women together? They just start to...
Not any group that I've been a part of. We didn't sit around evaluating everybody's body.
Right.
Or at least if we did it in our own heads.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. I'm just saying I love a girl with an open mind. So while they're on their way to the beach, Matt accidentally dropped that mention that she's actually on a date with a royal.
Yeah, and I couldn't figure out, especially from his reaction, if that was a genuine slip or he planned to kind of plant a little bit of a seed.
Oh, that was a plant. That was an absolute plant.
Really? Because he played it off. He's like, oh.
It's like, oh, yeah, of course he has to play it off.
Okay.
He needed to give the girls back at the castle. I was going to say the ranch. He needed to give the girls back at the castle something to talk about, while he wasn't there. But Rose was definitely, I liked her approach. She wanted answers to questions.
She did.
What's your name? Tell me about your family. What do you do for a living?
Right? Have you been to Vegas? Yeah, it was hilarious. Meanwhile, back at the castle,
they're playing croquet.
Yes, in their spike heels on the beautiful lawn.
Which was hilarious, by the way. And so when interrogation failed, then jump to innuendo.
Was this before or after they got into their bathing suits and were in the ocean?
No, this was before.
Okay.
They had oysters before.
Yes.
Yes. It's an aphrodisiac.
Of course.
Yeah, Rose is a hot crotch. I don't care what anybody says.
She is. And her whole thing was, she said, well, I don't need any help. I was like, oh, Rose, there it is.
You go, girl.
Naughty Rose.
School is in.
In session. Boys, pay attention.
So then they're coming back from their date in the helicopter, and the girls see the copter off in the distance. Megan decides to say, oh, well, we can go greet the royal couple.
Yeah.
Kelly, little Kelly from Mobile, Alabama, got in her face and said, no, they are not a couple.
Exactly.
We still have to go out on dates with him, and they are not a couple. I mean, Chelsea should have taken that croquet mallet out of her hand, man.
I'm telling you, these girls are already possessive, and they've seriously been there one night.
Yeah.
If we're getting the timing of the show right, which I think we are.
Yeah.
It was just an overnight, right? Actually,
right.
Since midnight, and then it's the next morning that they're playing croquet. I was just surprised at the reaction. They're into it. I don't know if it's the dollar signs in their eyes.
It ain't dollar signs, it's the crown.
All of that. I don't know. It was just weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little much for one day.
Maggie, when Sir got back into the group and was just talking about, oh, well, this is one, getting all handsy and, did you touch my bum?
I know. I caught that and I was like, oh my gosh, did she really just do that?
Yes, she did.
But yeah, I love the fact that he commented on it and he didn't just let it slide.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because, it makes for good TV.
Exactly.
The theater is in full force with this one. He took Kimberly aside so that they could have like a little alone time and get to talking. But then during the talk, here comes the helicopter and the SUV and the security guards are like all scurrying about. One's on the radio. Sir, we have to make it. And they get him away and they put him in the van and they just roll him out. And it's like, everybody has to get into the castle now and so forth. So they are playing this up.
Right? And it was hilarious because they were buying it hook, line, and sinker.
Oh my gracious. They may not totally believe that he's Harry, but they know he's somebody.
And they kind of talked about that a little bit, but I loved the conversation as they were going up the stairs. And it's like, no, really, you guys, he's a big deal. Like,
yeah,
he's somebody. That security is for real.
Yeah. Too funny.
I'm sorry, I just can't get past it that these girls would even believe for a second. Come on.
Well, now, he never said that he was actually Prince Harry.
No, he didn't. But the fact that this is all a brewing and they're actually talking about it, they were all in the room, and I think it was Megan that was saying, well, he's definitely some duke or some son of somebody.
Yeah, a duke or a lord or a jack or a king or...
An ace.
He's the ace of diamonds. That's what he is. After security breach, Kingsley escorted Rose to the remainder of the group. And basically, Rose got to pick who was going to play a game of cricket with Sir and who was going to make sandwiches for afternoon tea.
Oh, this was hysterical.
So Rose picked herself, Karina, and Andrea to make afternoon tea.
Yes.
And the remaining girls played cricket.
And good choice with Andrea because her reaction was classic.
She wanted to show off. She wanted to show the fact that she was all athletic. Because I'm telling you, she was the one that was doing all of the complimenting about the body parts and all this stuff. And
oh my gosh.
Even Megan threw some shade at it. It's like, I hate you.
Yeah, Andrea is used to being competitive. And she said, not just because of my looks, but my amazing personality. Yeah, I don't know if you caught that, but these two.
Oh, yep. First runner up.
Woo! There is no shortage of self-esteem. I need to take lessons from these girls.
Let's not forget Megan calling her Queen Rose.
Oh, yeah.
Because she got selected to play cricket.
It was like...
It's like, yeah, so what does Queen Rose want? Oh, haterade. Nothing but the bitter face.
Exactly. Now, I guarantee you, if that would have been Megan who was in the suite,
it would have been like a deal with it, bitches type of thing.
Exactly. I'm in the suite.
The cricket match was very interesting.
Yes.
None of them knew how to play, and it was painfully obvious.
It was. And let me tell you, those are not typical cricket outfits, by the way. They tied up the shirts, the panties were showing. Like,
it was more Wimbledon than cricket. So Kimberly got a very positive response regarding her enthusiasm.
Yeah, because she went for it.
Yeah, she went for it, and I like that. That was very good. Go New York. Karina got some private time with Sir.
She did, and I liked it. I think they were super cute together. They had like this cute little chemistry.
Jacqueline also got some private time.
She did.
I don't think it went as well with Jacqueline as it did with Karina.
I don't think so either, but like I said in the first episode, Matt, I think wants a little bit of something naughty.
Yeah.
When she professed that she was a wild child and she wants to say inappropriate things, I could see his eyes kind of light up a little bit.
He also said that she was a bit of a look at me sort of girl.
Yes, that's true. The big personality.
He wants to see that there's more to her than just that.
And I could see it going either way. Either he'll be totally turned off by it, or it could work in his favor.
But yeah, we find out later that there's definitely more than that to Jacqueline.
Yeah, she's starting to show her true colors. After just one night.
So we get to the formal dinner.
Yes.
You know, it's so funny. All of them sitting at the table. Here's Annalisa coaching the girls, telling her, okay, you use this fork for salads. This is for tea. If you have tea, you know, use this for that.
But those place settings were definitely confusing. I can imagine. There were like 4 forks and 4 spoons and all that kind of stuff. And just the look on their faces was priceless.
So from what I could see, dinner consisted of oysters, mussels, shrimp, and escargot.
Oh my God, everything I would hate on a plate.
We have to wait till now to get to the nasty stuff. I wanted the nasty stuff back in The Amazing Race.
Right? What happened? All of a sudden, I don't know. It's all on the dinner plate.
Andrea was definitely having trouble taking whatever it was out of whatever she was trying to work with.
Yeah.
And so I love Matt's comment, use the pin, that's fairly elegant.
Which is totally a Prince-like thing to say.
Poor Maggie.
Well, and I loved Maggie's little, I have never eaten any of this. Yeah. Did you notice that? I'm like, oh gosh, there's a T in there. And she almost barfed after she ate the oyster.
Yeah, so she had to take a drink in order to kill the taste.
Right.
And then she had to take another drink in order to deal with the nervousness when Kingsley finally comes in and says, Sir's ready to make his announcement.
Oh, yeah, of course she had to take a drink before that.
Well, American girls have a thing about drinking. Yeah, so when Kingsley said Andrea and Kimberly were the two, I knew who was going.
Yeah, I did too. But I gotta hand it to Matt. He's really good at not giving you a hint in the delivery up until the very last moment.
Right.
Right? So I can tell this is
you never know. I mean, Andrea was just bawling. I mean, just...
Okay, so explain this to me, Neil.
Okay.
It's been one night, and she's crying.
Yes.
Okay, I don't get it.
Well, I mean, it's a castle. There's helicopters and croquet.
Okay, so it's the glitz and glam of it all?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the potential to be like, you know, the whole Grace Kelly thing.
Yeah, and the runner-up, the first runner-up, she really had a hard time with that. So I think that kind of played into a little more of that insecurity in that way.
He's not my type. The perfect loser answer.
Exactly. I'm not down with the ginger with bad teeth.
So when Kimberly, got the keys, she just couldn't believe it. She gets to the Crown Suite and there's Rose waiting for her to kind of hand it off. And
it was a little awkward.
I mean, that was a little kitschy.
When she said, I'm passing it off to her. I was like...
It's like, tag, you're it.
Whatever. But yeah.
Yeah. But Kimberly was very cute. She said, stuff like this doesn't happen to me. I don't even win bingo.
I know. I thought
if that wasn't
cute.
A Long Island answer, I just don't know what one is.
Exactly.
I felt really, really happy for her when she said, I don't know what I did, but I feel like I did something really, really right.
I think she's sweet. The jury's still out, right? It's still too early, but I think she's got a sweet side to her.
Yeah. This is the one that she wanted a guy who, where she didn't have to pay for dinner.
Yes. She sets the bar really high.
Yeah, she set the bar really high. You know, she didn't want to have to drive him everywhere because he didn't have a car.
Exactly.
If he could just have a job.
These poor girls.
I knew there was going to be trouble when the decision was announced and there was still 8 minutes left in the show.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, my gosh.
You weren't streaming. See, I'm streaming.
Okay.
And it's like, I got the little bar and it said like 8:17. And it's like, what? Oh, damn.
No.
It's going to get crazy up in here.
Yeah. And it did.
They are not hiding the alcohol consumption at all.
No. And Maggie is a drunkety drunk.
Oh, I was so right about her last week.
Right?
Okay, that child was she had mascara in her ear.
Well, did she? I missed that. Okay, the only time that happens, it's when you're crying lying down, face up, and the mascara is like running in your ears.
Yeah, she could have passed out for a bit. Now wait, how do you know? She looked like a really confused raccoon. Oh, I have another question.
Yeah.
Is 2014 the year of the ombre hair?
On these shows, it is.
Right.
Aren't you excited that you know what that is?
I really wish I didn't. But since I do.
And it's now blinking at you like a flashing caution light, right?
Yeah, I can't not see it now.
You can't not see it.
Thank you very much.
It's so ridiculous. Who invented this?
So this was all setting up this week's Megan moment.
Yeah.
We find out that Maggie and Jacqueline are drinking buddies.
Oh, they certainly are.
So what happens when one drinking buddy is accused of drinking too much? The other drinking buddy staggers up for her.
Yes. Staggers up and tries to defend her.
Yeah. So Jacqueline goes into Annalisa and Megan's room and proceeds to call them mean girls.
Yeah. Well, they are mean girls.
I agree. Okay,
They're
but
totally
Megan didn't like
mean
it.
Girls. No, of course, because she can't see it in herself, but it's like...
No. So, and I'm paraphrasing here because I don't know who's listening, but Megan, in response, says to Jacqueline, your head is lodged so far up your ass, I could eat alphabet soup and poop something out of my ass that made more sense than what you're saying right now.
And it wasn't just that, but it was the hand gestures that went with it.
Oh, I know. It's like she was all charading and...
It was crazy.
I'm surprised she didn't pull out the easel and start playing Pictionary and drawing pictures. I mean, damn.
It was so bad. I know. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, really? Does it have to be show and tell?
You know, it's like, I'm sorry, she's not deaf, and that's not exactly American Sign Language.
Oh my gosh. Megan, you are going to give us such entertainment this season.
Oh, yeah.
I hope she doesn't go home quickly.
Right? So then Annalisa has to throw in her little barb, hashtag crazy bitch. But I don't know who she was talking about.
Right. Yeah, this is going to be fun.
I love this show.
I love this show way more than I thought I was going to. I mean, I thought it was going to be fun, but it is blowing up. Like, it's all over Twitter. It's all over Facebook.
Yeah.
People are really digging it, and I get why.
Yes, because this is a one-time thing, and they are just going balls out.
Oh, my God.
I mean...
It's hilarious. Yeah. I can't wait till next week.
Oh, see, I'm a little concerned about next week.
Why?
Well, because in the little preview that they showed, you know, the next week, Kelly and Sir are in a rowboat, and I don't know what the motivation was, but right. Kelly tried to do a backflip into the water, and, you know, they stopped the cut, like, right before it looked like she was going to smack the back of her head on the boat, you know, and then they fast forward to where Sir is having to dive in after her.
But the whole show, kind of the snippets from next week, look really eventful, so I kind of can't wait. Because what I see so far is hilarious, and I can't stop watching.
That's our time for today. You can follow us on Twitter at @DidTheLetterU.Watch-It. You can also find us at iTunes. Let us know what you think. Thank you for listening.